icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
I had saw this quote that was from Michelle Obama that really, it really works with the theme of this video with work-life balance. And that quote is, "We need to do a better job of putting ourselves higher on our own to-do list." And when I tell you, first of all, Michelle Obama knows what she's talking about overall, but when it comes to that statement, it's very true, especially for entrepreneurs. We always tend to put our businesses first, always. If you are a parent and you have kids, a lot of people tend to put their kids first, putting other people first. We tend to prioritize ourselves last on our list, and that's something that I know specifically for me is something I need to learn to do, of putting myself higher on that to-do list. I should be closer to number one, if not number one on my to-do list, to always take care of me first, and everything else will fall in line. Because at the end of the day, this business needs me. And if I'm not my best, I'm not myself, my business is not going to run the way it should. So that is definitely something I need to learn, especially when it comes to work-life balance, is putting myself first. And as entrepreneurs, there's usually that persona of entrepreneurs have to constantly work. We're always working 24/7. And yeah, it's true, there's a lot we have to do, there's a lot we need to get done, so we don't really work a 9-to-5 shift. But we also have to know that that statement of work smarter, not harder, is true. We do need to learn to, automate things, get the help we need to really work smarter and have more time for ourselves. Of course, yes, still work hard. We should all be working hard, but don't overwork yourself, and don't let your business take over your life. I know this is a little confusing because this is a completely different type of video than what you guys are used to, but once I finish with my morning routine and actually put on clothes because I'm still in my robe, then I'll explain to you guys what's going on. And if you don't design the life that you truly desire, something or someone else will. So if we let everything else come before ourselves, it's hard to design the life we truly want, because now our entire life is surrounded by everything else or everyone else. For example, our businesses. We tend to plan our lives around our businesses, and that you don't want to do. Plan your life and then find a way to include your business in there. Design the life that you truly desire. I mean, if you really want to be a workaholic and just work every single day, every single second of your life for the rest of your life, that's the life you choose to design for yourself, go ahead. But I highly recommend finding things in life that you truly like and that you truly enjoy, some type of hobby, and be realistic with yourself. You can't do everything in one day. We know 24 hours to me is not enough. Seems like we need more time in a day, but 24 hours is all we get. So do what you can in the day. If you can't get it done, try again the next day. That's why it's good to always prioritize your work. Get the things done that truly needs to be done that day, and then everything else will get done when it gets done. But always make sure to include time for yourself in there as well. And then a statement I've heard in, I think, a podcast that I was watching: with the smallest investments in the right areas, you can change the quality of your life. So that means investing time with your kids, investing time with family, investing time in self-care, just little investments, even if it's only an hour or two. Just that little bit of an investment in other areas can change the entire quality of your life. Those breaks away from work can change your overall day. It resets your mind. It makes you feel so much better. So those little investments in the right areas will change the quality of your life. And just overall embrace life. Everything in life happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. Sometimes you really just need to breathe, trust, and let go. Know that everything is gonna be alright. You can get through it. Whatever you can't control, just let it go. Because if you couldn't get it done, you couldn't get to it. If you have no control over it, maybe it just wasn't meant for you. Just remember, everything happens for a reason. What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure, and I know this video was a lot different than what you guys are used to seeing me do, but if you saw last week's video on Thursday, you know that I mentioned something about doing a Motivational Monday. And since that is a one-time video per month, every month on the first Monday of the month. I wanted to do something a little different with it. So instead of just talking to you guys and motivating you, I wanted to actually show you and take you along the journey of motivation versus just talking about it. Because if you wanted to just hear me talk, you can listen to Pep Rally by Fashion Formula. That is my podcast for motivation for all of you guys to get you hyped up as entrepreneurs. So you can always listen to that if you just want to hear me motivate you. But to actually see me motivating you, this is gonna be Motivational Mondays. Now, in one of my Vlogmas videos, or maybe it was last week's video, I don't even remember, I talked about how, it was my Vlogmas video where I started the podcast, and I talked about somehow incorporating Pep Rally by Fashion Formula 101 on YouTube. And I see some podcasters that will actually just record themselves as they're doing their podcast and then upload it to YouTube as well. You know, I considered that, but I felt like that was so basic and boring because really all you're doing is sitting there watching me talking to a mic. At that point, you might as well just go listen to Pep Rally by Fashion Formula 101. So I wanted it to be something a little different. So that's why I decided, let me try vlogging, because I've never done vlogging before. I think I may have tried it once, but that'll challenge me to try something new, as well as still provide you guys the motivation. So you'll get to see my day-to-day life and what it's really like being an entrepreneur. And then of course there will be a moment in here where I'll just talk to you guys like right now. Now each month it'll probably be a little different. They won't always be just like this where you're watching me wake up and get ready for work. I'm just returning back from vacation for my holiday closing, so I have to get back into routine. So I figured the best motivational video for this week is talking about work-life balance, because that's one of my 2022 resolutions, is to really balance work and life. After losing my grandma last year, I noticed I put almost all my time into working, and it started to become a distraction for me. And I was working non-stop. So that vacation was much needed, but then I also realized when I had so much time in my hands to do nothing, all those emotions that I was fighting started to come out. So I realized I had to slow down with work, even though I really wanted to work just so I didn't have to deal with it. But you know, that was one of those moments I really had to deal with it and then be able to move forward. So that is my resolution for this year, is figuring out that work-life balance, stop working so much to try to avoid actual life. But also, as an entrepreneur, we work a lot. Expect a motivational video every month, the first Monday of the month, and each one may be a little different. You may actually see me working. You may see those days where I struggle to even get up to work, and I just show you how I overcome that. You may actually see me recording one of those podcasts and then actually getting to hear Pep Rally by Fashion Formula 101. So it'll be a little different each time to keep you guys on your toes, but you're definitely going to get the motivation that we all need. So I'm going to get to work right now just because I just returned back. There's a bunch of emails to go through. There's a lot I need to do. Invoices need to be paid. So I'm going to be doing that for the next couple hours. So my workday is pretty much done with. I'll do probably a couple more hours later of little things that I need to get done. But another one of my New Year's resolutions was trying not to work more than 10 hours a day, because I already know me, 10 hours is usually a slow day for me. On average, I probably do between 12 to 16 hours a day, but I'm trying to cap it at 10 hours a day this year, no more. And that'll help me to have that work-life balance. I mean, 10 hours is still a lot, don't get me me wrong, but as an entrepreneur, it's hard to do less. But I also want to try to focus more on me and my personal life. So 10 hours is the cap for me this year. I'm gonna try to stick to that. So I've already done 8, so I got another 2 hours to spare. So if there's a few other things I need to do after I cook my dinner and relax a little bit, then I'll go ahead and do a couple more hours before I prepare for bed. So I'm gonna keep the motivation brief today because I need to go cook dinner still, and then relax for a little bit, and then maybe do a couple more hours of work. That's usually me just working on my planner to plan out the next day what I need to get done. I do have another video I need to record today, but I don't think I'm gonna get to it. And then probably some content planning, because that's another one of my goals for 2022 is being more consistent on social media. You guys have heard me mention that a million times, so I need to start working on that too because I'm already behind. But I wish you all much success in your business. You guys know I'm here for you if you need help. I actually created new emails too for those of you to reach out because it makes it easier. And one of the things that was on my vision board for 2022, if you guys didn't see it, is a new assistant. So that way it makes it easier as far as the emails as well. I can have brands contacting one, and then all my icons, you guys will have an email that you can contact separately for YouTube related questions. So those emails are in the description box to make it easier for you guys to reach me. But you know, you can also leave it in the comments as well. But that is the motivation for today. I hope it helps you guys. If you have any suggestions or comments on the Monday motivational videos, you can leave it down in the comments because the feedback helps me to make my videos better for you guys. But of course, if you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.